this is an example of somebody that buys from us. Anyway, let me break it down for you very quickly. I think this is important for anybody in business to understand other companies' lead flows and funnels and how they get business. I am gonna tell you about something very big that happened today, a phone call that I got. Alrighty, as you can see, we are not in Miami anymore. Let me step outside here where it's a little quieter and we can talk. So we came up to Philadelphia. I mentioned we're coming here for my dad's 65th birthday party, and it was a surprise. He was super surprised, very happy. 50 of his friends here. Is an amazing friend group, and it was really, really cool to see. I did not film because I wanted to be present, and I'm glad that I did. It was really a nice time. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit of business with you. By the way, staying at this very cool hotel here down in Ballackinwood, which is directly across from Philadelphia. I actually grew up in Ballackinwood, so it's cool to be back. But as you can see, I'm not in my childhood home. That is no longer in our family. Now I'm staying at this hotel, and it's really great to be here. But I've been getting some comments. I read all my comments on these videos, and as the channel is growing, we're getting more and more. And I'm seeing comments about how do we get customers, and then I'm also seeing comments about people that want to become customers of ours for our manufacturing business, which to me is crazy. I never expected to get people from our industry interested in working with us because of my YouTube channel. But anyway, I'm super grateful that it's happening. We already have a lot of good leads and people that we're talking with and companies that want to purchase our products. So anyway, let me break it down for you very quickly. I think this is important for anybody in business to understand other companies' lead flows and funnels and how they get business. So we sell all of our products to distributors, and these distributors then get the products into the world, and everything that we sell is used for away from home use. So what that means is things that businesses use. So we sell toilet paper, but not for your home. It's toilet paper that a restaurant might use, a hotel, a hospital, an auto body shop, a manufacturing facility, you name it. Our products go into that type of business. So anyway, because we're selling to distributors, that's our customer base, that's who we're targeting. Most of our business these days comes from our current distributors. So we have about 650 distributors that we work with. These are our partners. We get very close with them to understand their business, and we try to expand on what we're doing together. So as an example, maybe we start off selling them one item, and then our goal is to sell them 5 by the end of the year, whatever it is. And we don't force any products on our distributors. It has to make sense for them, and it has to fit their own market and their own needs. By the way, I'm gonna stop walking because my shoes are very squeaky. So that's how most of our new business develops, is from current distributors. These days, we're getting a lot of leads coming in, especially from social media. So what do? When they come through, they get vetted in the beginning, because I don't want to waste their time and I don't want them to waste our time. So what that looks like is they reach out to us via email, and and then I respond to them with a handful of questions to make sure that they can meet the requirements of what it would mean to be a distributor for us. So we have a minimum order quantity of 6 pallets of product. What that means is they cannot buy less than 6 pallets from us. Now, we have customers that are grandfathered in that have been buying less than that from years and years and years ago. That's okay, but as we're growing as a company, we've had to raise our minimum because we don't want to dilute the level of service that we offer our customers. And if we just let every single person, including somebody that can only justify buying a pallet, purchase from us, we'd have so many customers that right now we wouldn't be able to service at the highest level. Plus, from an efficiency and production standpoint and scaling standpoint, it's very hard to scale with customers that aren't able to purchase at least 6 pallets. Now, I do want to I do want to say that 6 pallets is still very low for our industry. On a full truckload, you can fit basically 26 pallets, and 6 pallets is a very small portion of that. So it's still super flexible, and we still want our minimum to be something that's feasible for a large variety of people. So that is how it works these days. Either current customers, we're building new business with them, or we get inbound leads. So I mentioned social media. We also have really great SEO, so our website brings in a lot of leads that way. For the most part, our team isn't cold calling too much anymore, but we built this business and our book of business on cold calling. So we would obtain, let's say, a list of distributors across the East Coast and just call all of them. Hi, my name is Jake. I'm reaching out from Burke International. We do XYZ. Who is the person at your company that handles the purchasing of these products, or whatever it is. That's not the exact pitch. By the way, on all of those calls, I don't cold call much anymore, but every time I did, I would always have some type of icebreaker. Whether I'm Jake from State Farm, I would throw that joke in somewhere. Mention that my day is going well, but I could use another cup of coffee. All these little things would break people down on the phone and make it more human. I hated feeling like a salesperson when I was on these calls. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit at this point, but I wanted you to understand where our sales are coming from for this business. Again, I am very grateful for these social media leads. By the way, if you're in the industry and you want to talk to us about buying products, please let me know below. As a company, we service customers in 15 different countries. Most of our business is here in the US because that's where we manufacture, and most of it is condensed on the eastern half of the country. But I do have an account executive on the West Coast. We cover the entire country, the Caribbean, and then 14 other countries. So that's it.
To keep it real, even with these accolades, I don't know how to feel.
I just had my new computer dropped off at the hotel here. I'm about to meet the guy. Let's check it out. This is what's gonna get me through all summer in Europe.
Tell me how to be real for real. Tell me how to feel what I feel.
By the way, while we're here, this is a truck that's delivering to the hotel. So you can see they're bringing in product. This is an example of somebody that buys from us. So we actually sell product through US Foods, and then US Foods gets it to the end user. In this scenario, we sell a big fast food chain. I think it's about 250 or 300 locations, and all of our product flows through US Foods. So prime example, this is right outside of the hotel right now. Look who I found. What are you doing?
Studying is my waffle.
That looks very good. Are you proud of what you've created?
Yeah, look at my cooking skills.
What are you gonna put on it?
Banana and a lot of whipped cream.
Very nice.
Sunny.
All right, so we made it to the Amex Lounge at the Philadelphia airport. Sorry to put you on blast while you're eating. We just had a meal. I'm about to dial into some work. Earlier, I was telling you that the way that we generate business is one, growing with our current customers, and then two, cold calling. We also used to go to trade shows, and we would come away from that with opportunities, new relationships, but it didn't yield us the dollars that made sense to keep doing it. And trade shows can be very expensive, especially when you fly a team to a different state. So these days we've been taking those dollars, and instead of putting them into something like a trade show or exhibiting at a trade show, one, sometimes we'll just attend the trade show and not actually have a booth there, but still make meetings happen, make connections, and come away with opportunity. The second thing is our team travels throughout the month to visit their customers. So they don't always travel every month, they don't always fly every month, but they always visit customers every single month, even if they're just driving to get there. So it has made more sense to invest the trade show money that way versus going to the actual show. So that's another way that we do it. The interesting thing is that our business is old school. When you look at trying to run ads and do, different, more modern ways of getting leads, it just doesn't seem to fit as well, especially because we're selling B2B. And I've had a lot of companies try to give us, pitches on how they could run ads or do more modern ways of marketing for B2B. And we have just found that tried and true cold calling is where it's at. So that's about it. I'm gonna dial into some work right now, catch up on emails. I also wanna clean up my deal pipeline. Even though I don't do a ton of sales anymore, I always keep a handful of opportunities in my pipeline that I'm working on. It excites me, it energizes me, and there's nothing better than landing a big deal. So I'm gonna get back to it, and then we're gonna get on this flight. I am gonna tell you about something very big that happened today, a phone call that I got. Stick with me. All right, so one of the other ways that we find business and land new business is when we're in a company, like right now I'm at the airport, and I see the staff walking by and they're rolling a cart with boxes. My eye immediately gets drawn to it, and I look to see which products are there. So that's a really easy way for me to see which of my competitors are selling the airport, for example, in Philadelphia. I believe it's Georgia Pacific. But we can do that, and then we can go to one of our distributors and give them that intel. Hey, I saw this certain item, this is the part number, they were using it at the Philadelphia airport, and then our distributor could go in and we work with them. So yes, while our distributor is a customer, they're buying from us, we partner up with them to help them win business. So not all of them want to do that, but the ones that really embrace us and want to team up, those are the ones that we grow the most with. So that's one of the other ways that we do build some business. Here is a prime example right here. She's standing here and she has a case of paper towels sitting outside right there. So just like that, that's how we do it. Good morning, we are back in Miami. It is Saturday morning. I've been on my laptop, my new laptop, for the last couple of hours, getting some work done, just getting ahead. I really like working on the weekend, especially in the morning when it's quiet, it's peaceful, you know, you're not bothered by anything, and it's really a nice time to just focus and dial in. So that's what I've been up to, but I want to talk to you about this big deal that I mentioned earlier in the video. So I have a customer that we've been selling to for, I don't know, maybe five or 6 years, and we do great business with him, but it's been a little bit hard to grow. So I went and visited him. I flew to his location, I visited his facility, he gave me a tour, we spent some time together. And what came of it was a very nice opportunity for a big fast food chain. Let's say one of the top 5 most well-known fast food chains in the world. So I didn't get too excited, but I was, hopeful that we could make something work. And it's been months now of trial and error and working together, coming up with solutions. It's all about this one napkin, but there's a lot of details that go into it when it comes to these bigger deals. So we had to get the price right, the product had to be right. We had sampled something he didn't like, so we had to do a different item. Anyway, the point is, I got a phone call yesterday that the customer approved pricing, approved the product, and they want to proceed with a trial order. So what that looks like is 1 month of buying the item, using it in a few locations, not all of them, and then if it works out well for them, they'll roll it out. So this is going to go into 180 of their locations. They also own some other fast food chain brands. It'll go in there too, but the bulk of it is 180 locations. So it's really an exciting time, and I'm going to keep you in the loop of this deal because it's happening right now, and I want to share with you what's going on. For me, the biggest takeaway here is invest in your customers. We have so many customers and we try to visit them as often as we can. And the more that we can do that, the better we can build those relationships, the better we can help them, the more my sales team can grow because they're going to be landing more deals, making more commissions. So it's really just a win all around. And then it also helps our company grow as well, of course. So that's what's going on right now. But because it's Saturday here in South Florida, we're gonna spend some time outside today. It's finally not too hot, even though it is summer. Tune in next week. I'm gonna do a full week in the life, filming almost every day. I appreciate you watching. See you next time.
Yeah.